What's going on, everyone? It's Marsellis back with another video. We have a really important topic for today, and that topic is how to become a millionaire in Baby Doge. And also, we're going to be going over how to achieve financial freedom in Baby Doge. So, yeah, definitely hit that like button and subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, none of this is financial advice. Leave a comment in the comment section, and let's get straight to this. So, we're going to talk about how to make a million in Baby Doge and about how to become financially free in Baby Doge because there's a huge difference between being a millionaire and being financially free. You can be a millionaire but not financially free, and you can be financially free but not necessarily a millionaire. So let's talk about how to become financially free and to become a millionaire inside Baby Doge. So we're going to talk about this today. First things first, look at this. We do have an update for our farms here, and you can see they got all the farm rates here. And for some reason, we are down a little bit on the main farm. But yeah, let's just get straight to it. I just wanted to show that. We are down 8.2% today. So remember that. But let's talk about how first you can become a millionaire in Baby Doge. Because the first step is to achieve the million, right? Or the millions. And then the second step is to then take that achieved a million or achieved millions and then turn it into passive income, which then creates the financial freedom. The $1 million is not the financial freedom, but what the $1 million generates is the financial freedom. And that's really what we're going over today. So, first, let's talk about getting to $1 million in Baby Doge. We're just going to get right into it. So, first things first, you want to take your circulating supply, and we already know it's 153 quadrillion, but I'm just going to go ahead and do 159 quadrillion. But let's just say you take your circulating supply, right? And right now, first, you want to go ahead and find out what is the current market cap. The current market cap is 436 million. And just to show you that these calculations that I'm about to do are correct, we're going to go ahead and multiply our circulating supply, right, by this number right here. And this is 8Z2751. So what you would do is just multiply 0.1203456782751. That's 8Z2751. And then bam, market cap $438 million. Market cap there, 436 million. Obviously, little numbers at the end. I didn't put those there. But yeah, you get the flow, you get the drift. Pretty much that's how you find out the market cap at a certain price. So let's say we go ahead and we take the circulating supply here and we multiply this by our target price at 6Z1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That then gives us a $15.9 billion market cap. So the thing with a $15.9 billion market cap, you kind of got to look at how much you would need to have $1 million at that point. And this kind of gets a little bit tricky because let's just say okay, you have the coins, right? Let's say you're getting in now, you have 10 trillion coins now, right? But 10 trillion coins now obviously costs you a lot of money. So even if you only had 1 trillion, this is 1 trillion here. 1 trillion is still a lot of money. And then even at 6Z1, 1 trillion is 100K. We've already established that 5Z1 is not what you want to be looking towards. I know a lot of people are saying 5Z1, but you just have to understand economics. You have to understand microeconomics. You have to understand global economics. And when you understand all those, you understand that 5Z1 is financially impossible for Baby Dose to reach this year and for next year. So it's definitely impossible for it to reach this or next year. Or actually, not. It could be possible next year. But see, next year we would have to have a massive crypto adoption. But this year is not possible. I will say next year we could see 5Z1 at next year's price, which would be at 2024. 2024 is next year. So like next year we could see 5Z1. But this year, I'm doing millionaire for this year, right? We're looking at millionaire for this year. So we're going by 6Z1. If you want to be a millionaire next year, that's something different. You might actually be able to do that if we get the 5Z1 off of $10,000. But off of $10,000 this year, I reckon the most you'll probably be able to make is $100,000 off of that 10,000. I'll show you why. So let's just say you take $10,000 and you put it in at this current price where we are now with Baby Doge. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 7, 5, 1. That is three. That is only 3.6 trillion Baby Doge only. That's not a lot of the Baby Doge, by the way. And then you multiply it by 6Z1. See, now that gives you $363,000, but that doesn't give you $10,000 necessarily. This is why I keep telling you all it's actually in your best interest for Baby Doge to pull back to 8Z1. Because if Baby Doge pulls back to 8Z1, Now your $10,000 inside of Baby Doge is going to be a lot more. Your $10,000 is now worth 10 trillion Baby Doge, which then at 6Z1 brings your $10,000 all the way up to $1 million. So if you want $1 million in Baby Doge, it had to be $10,000 at 8Z1. But at our current price now, it would take a lot more to get there. Because if you look at how much we have at our current price now in Baby Doge, look, this is million, billion, trillion. If you look at how much now we have in this current price for Baby Doge, like our current price is at what 4Z2751. So at our current price, it's gonna take you $27,000 to get 10 trillion Baby Doge. And so in order to get a million at 6Z1. So it's in our best interest if we continue to pull back. Like you see here, we are down 8.2% in the last 24 hours. So that's actually pretty good for us, being down 8.2% in the last 24 hours. Because the closer we get to 8Z2 or 8Z12 or 8Z1, the better and more opportunities you're going to have to buy at a lower price. But looking at it, look at how far back that is. It's highly unlikely that we get below 8Z1. Now if we get to 8Z1, there is a possibility for it to hit 8Z1. It's still not probable for us to hit 8Z1 because the probability is more so that we're going to have another, pump or rally in the crypto market soon. Everyone's even talking about it, how Bitcoin's probably going to pull back one last time before it really starts going crazy. So I'm hoping that this one last pullback in Bitcoin could also result in a one last pullback in Baby Doge. Because if we do that, then now we all have an opportunity to buy at an even cheaper price. And that is where you would make your millions with Baby Doge, getting in at the best price possible. Now, let's talk about something else here. So that's the millions, right? If you want $1 million in Baby Doge at the current price, you need $27,510. That's at the current price. If we go down to 8Z1, you only need $10,000 for that same million. So keep that in mind. Now, let's say, well, we already know 5Z1 is the next year, so we're not even looking at 5Z1. We're only looking at 6Z1. That's $15.9 billion in market cap. So we're only looking at 6Z1. So that's all we're going to be looking at for right now. So when I say this, I'm saying it from that perspective. Now, let's say you want to you want to become a millionaire off $1,000, right? If you want to become a millionaire off $1,000, it's going to be highly unlikely. I can tell you right now inside of Baby Doge, if you put $1,000 in at 8Z1, I don't even need to do the math for this one because I remember if you put $1,000 in at 8Z1, that will then be $100,000 at 6Z1. $10,000 at 8Z1 is $1 million at 6Z1. So for $1,000 at 8Z1, it's only $100,000. Yeah, $100,000 is a lot, and it's definitely what you want to, that's definitely what I'm shooting for. I'm shooting for either one. If I can get 100,000, I'm cool. If I get a million, I'm cool. Even cooler. But yeah, like I was saying, like it's gonna be a lot, right? But let's just say you want to put $1,000 in there right now. $1,000 inside of Baby Doge right now is not gonna do much. I'm gonna be completely honest. But let's look at it. It's definitely life changing money if you don't have that much money. So it's definitely life changing if you don't have that much. But let's go ahead and take this and do this price here. That's 363 billion Baby Doge. And like I said before, we multiply it by 61, giving you $36,000. So you can get $36,000 right now in Baby Doge. If we go to 6Z1, if you put $1,000 in there now, it can be 36,000 at 6Z1. Whereas if you put $1,000 in at 8Z1 and then it goes to 6Z1, now you have $100,000. That's a large amount ahead of it, like a whole $44,000 ahead of it. So there's a lot of money tied to this. There's a lot of money included, and you just don't want to miss out on that money. Like there's a lot of opportunities here with Baby Doge, and you just don't want to miss out. So like I'm saying, if we pull out the 8Z1, 8Z15, you better bet I'm picking up some more. I don't care if you pick up more or not. It's up to you if you want to do that. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this financial advice. Not giving anyone financial advice. Just saying what I'm going to be doing personally. But yeah, now we know how you can reach $1 million with Baby Doge. Now, let's say you put in $1,000 as 8Z1, it goes to 100K, all that good stuff, blah, blah, blah. Right? So let's say in this scenario, you run up $100,000. And in the second scenario, you run up $1 million in Baby Doge. So first, this by the way is how you achieve financial freedom. This is how you achieve financial freedom in Baby Doge. Remember, none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. But in Baby Doge, if you want to achieve financial freedom, what you will have to do is this. You would have to come over here and do your math with the APRs. So let's say you made $100,000 in baby doge because you put $1,000 in at 8Z1. Well, that's just considering we go back down to 8Z1. But let's say you put $1,000 in baby doge at 8Z1. Now, this is where things get a little bit tricky here. So here is your $1,000 for $100,000 because now it's at 100,000 because you put in at 1,000 at 8Z1. Now it's 6Z1. So this is from the perspective we already got the 6Z1. Now, $35,000 a year is not financial freedom, but $35,000 a year is good. Is good passive income, give or take whether or not it is good passive income. So $1,000 could get you to that $35,000 passive income per year. If we go up to 6Z1 in Baby Doge and you're able to buy at 8Z1 and sell at 6Z1 with $1,000. So the importance here with this is if you were to get $100,000 out of Baby Doge and then farm it, you now have 35,000 every single year for the rest of your life or for however long Baby Doge stays up, which it should stay up for life. But you will have that $35,000 every single year. The average American salary is from $30,000 to $40,000, so you're right at the average mark. So that's pretty good. And then you wouldn't even be working for that money. That's the most amazing part. But then if you divide it by 12, now you're seeing you're getting $2,900 a month. Most Americans don't make that much. A lot of Americans only make like $2,000 a month, $1,500 a month. So when you look at it from this perspective, $2,984 a month, you could travel the whole world off of $2,984 a month. And the truth of the matter is, like, if you go to Europe and you want to travel all Europe, yeah, it may cost money less because I'm from the United States. So this is the only perspective I can really speak from. But flying from the United States to Europe is going to cost you about $700 to $800, right? If you just want a one-way ticket, 300 to 400. Obviously, most countries make you have to have an onboarding ticket. So what you do, you take your ticket, you fly to Germany, you're spending $300, and before you even get there, you already have your next ticket booked for Luxembourg. You have your next ticket booked for Norway. You have your next ticket booked for Denmark, like all these other places, right? You have your next ticket booked place after place after place. So you book a $300 ticket, and now every single ticket after that is going to be cheap because traveling throughout regions when you're already in close proximity is very cheap. So it'll be like $70 per ticket. So essentially, you could travel the world off of $2,900 a month, which is $35,000 a year. You can do the same in Asia. You could do the same in South America. You could do the same in North America, Central America. It's very cheap when you're already in close proximity of those countries. So you can travel the whole entire world if you do it piece by piece by piece. You know, it's a travel hack right there. But this is cool. $35,000 is cool. But let's talk about something that's even cooler. So let's say you were one of the people that took the $10,000 here and turned it. Remember, because $10,000 in Baby Doge divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 at 8Z1 gives you 10 trillion tokens, and then multiplied by 6Z1 gives you $1 million. So let's say you now take this $1 million you made out of Baby Doge, you put it into Baby Doge Swap. So now you have $358,000 that you're getting every single year. Now, this right here is what you call financial freedom. The other one, I would just say financial liberation. No, that's not the real term. It's just the other one is just passive income to make you live a comfortable life. But this is actual financial freedom because with $358,000 per month, if you think about that, that is $29,000 a year, or not a year. That's $29,000 a month, and that $358,000 is per year. So that's huge. $29,000 a month is definitely financial freedom. So pretty much what I'm saying is we need to pull back to 8Z1. And if you really want to make this much money in Baby Doge and hold for long term, then it could possibly be in your best interest to go ahead and do that into Baby Doge. If we get to 8Z1 in Baby Doge, it could be in your best interest to put $10,000 into Baby Doge at 8Z1 and then sell it when it hits 61. Now you have established $1 million. Place said so $1 million into Baby Doge Swap. Now earn $358,000 per year. And see, the beauty about this is, let's say you don't think Baby Doge Swap is, let's say you don't think it's reliable enough to put your $1 million in, which I wouldn't blame you there. There's only $5.7 million in liquidity. So you wouldn't be wrong to be a little wary of that. Like, everybody will look at that like, I don't really want to do all that. But let's go over something that everybody knows. We all know Pancake Swap, right? We all know Pancake Swap. Pancake Swap is one of the originals for the Binance Smart Chain. It's about as secure as it gets. Pancake Swap is very secure. Like I said, none of this is financial advice at all. But let's just look at the cake to BNB pair. We're not going to look at the boosted rate because obviously the boosted rates, they typically do tend to go down here and there. Actually, yeah, let's just look at the boosted rate for 39.98%. We'll just round it up to 40%. So, and then you have the other pairs down here. I mean, if we really want to be honest and we look at the higher pairs for this one down here, this is cake to BUSD. BUSD is having some problems. We're just going to look at the cake to BNB for this one. Has $202 million liquidity. So the beauty of this, now you don't even have to put your $1 million that you made in Baby Doge back in the Baby Doge swap if you don't want. If you want something a little more secure, then you could come over here on Pancake Swap, and then boom, you could put that same $1 million in the Pancake Swap and see what you would get. So let's say you locked it into here for 52 weeks. It definitely shows a little bit less here. It's a little bit harder to work with it, I guess. This is the cake locked down here. This is the cake staked. Yeah, it's a little bit different whenever it shows it on the Pancake Swap, but give or take, nonetheless, $213,000. So yeah, you're not going to get $358,000. We would even argue inside of Baby Doge, you would have to pay that 10% fee to buy, 10% fee to sell. So are you really even at that amount? So when we look at it, if you take that money that you make from Baby Doge, you put it into Pancake Swap. Now that same $1 million gives you $213,000 a year on a more secure and safe swap. So I'm not saying Baby Doge Swap isn't secure or safe. I do believe it's secure and safe, but it is newer than Pancake Swap, and it hasn't stood the same test of time as Pancake Swap. Pancake Swap's been around for longer. So we're just gonna look at it as if it's more safer because it's been around for longer. But there's no telling which one is more safer. But if you had $1 million now in Pancake Swap, now you're making $17,000 a month, $213,000 a year. That's still financial freedom. You can travel the world off that. So you see how I'm doing this, and let's say we were just going to compound it every 30 days, right? You can have the compound interest here. You can compound it every day. You can compound it every 30 days. If you don't want to compound it all, it's only going to be $193,000, and you're going to be living off of this money. So you're probably not going to be compounding it because you're going to be living off of the amount that you would be putting in the compound. So instead of reinvesting it, you're just going to be keeping it and staying cool with your $1 million and getting $193,000 every single year. So let's calculate what that would be per month. That would be let's see what we got here per month. So per month, that would bring you to $16,156 per month. So you can see where I'm going with this. And even if you want to look at higher APRs, I mean, you could, but I mean, 39% is pretty high. So I wouldn't even be worried about the APRs, to be honest, because when you start getting to the higher APRs, you start getting to more risk. And BUSD is not a part of Binance at all. And they actually had a whole thing with that. And yeah, BUSD is having some problems right now. So you don't really want to look at BUSD pairs. So I'm just looking at the cake to BNB pair. But yeah, this is pretty much all I got. And once we get some more holders into Baby Doge, once Baby Doge starts to, go up, it'll be looking way better gains. And right now, I'm just hoping to see 8Z1. A lot of people are not wanting to see 8Z1 because they're not planning on buying if it pulls back down, or maybe they already have bought and they're ready. But a lot of people are not ready yet. And I will say, me personally, I'm one of those people that I'm just not ready for Baby Doge to take off yet. I'm really holding tight to that 8Z1 fantasy, right? Because if we pull back down to 8Z1 one more time, it'll look just like this, right? It'll look just like how we were here, and then we pulled back down to that support, right? You see this right here. We pulled right back down to this support after the pump, and then we pumped again. And that's really what I'm trying to push for. I really want to see Baby Doge pull back down here, hit the bottom support at 8Z1, and then just pump again and pass our all-time high. And I truly believe that's what could be happening now. We might actually go back down, maybe not all the way down to 8Z1. Maybe we'll do what we did last time and stop down here at 8Z13, because that's what we did last time. We stopped at 8Z13 the 14th of December 2021. We stopped all the way down at 8Z13, and I'm hoping that we could do something like that again. So that's really what I'm hoping for here with Baby Doge. But hey, we're going to have to see. As for the technicals, it does look like we are still having our pullback. and lots of selling volume is in for Baby Doge. So I definitely think we're going to continue to pull back even further. Not worried about that though, because you already know my plans on that. But yeah, this is pretty much all I got for you all today. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Leave a comment in the comment section. And as always, I'll be back with another video.